Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to this Yin Yoga practice today. So today we are going to focus on our back and shoulders, few asanas for the shoulders, few for your back. And of course, Yin Yoga is always available for your mind. It brings your mental calm and peace. This practice is slow-paced practice. We hold into our asana for about 3 to 5 minutes. We work on our deeper connective tissues, your joints, ligaments, your tendons, and fascia, which is responsible for the framework of the body. And since we hold longer into our asanas, we follow 3 principles. We find the edge, we find the point which is comfortable enough for us to hold into our asana for that long. And after we find the edge, we get into stillness, which is our principle number 2. So we really remain still, maybe a little bit of movement if you want to really adjust yourself, make yourself feel more comfortable, but no unconscious movement, right? And the principle number 3 is we are going to hold into our asana for the time that we have decided. And embrace where you are, embrace your body, and listen to your body throughout the practice. And if you want, you can also grab some cushions, pillow, bolster, whatever you have around you to support you in this practice. Most of the poses that we will be practicing today, we'll be just using cushions, but you can also have the bolster. So without any delay, let's meet on the mat and let's practice this together. You can lie down with your knees bent or maybe with straight knees down, arms on the side away from your torso, and start to relax by taking a few deep breaths. So we are going to really watch this breathing, a nice deep breath in and exhale completely as long as you can. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Allow your body weight to settle down on the ground and notice all the touch points with the ground. Maybe your feet touching the ground. Notice the contact your back is making with the ground. The back of your arms, your shoulders touching the ground. The back of your head. And sweep your awareness to all the touch points that you're making with the ground. And notice how your body weight is settling down on the ground through them. As you let go and bring yourself back in this moment. So right now, to stay in this present moment, all the touch points with the ground are a focus point, are our hooks. Continue in this breath awareness for a couple of minutes here. And from here, bring your awareness back. You can start to move your toes and fingers gently. You can drop your knees from one side to the other. Maybe moving your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Bring your palms on the side of your hips. Press your palms down, palms facing down. And as you exhale, start to lift your hips up off the floor. Just about 5 breaths here. Not too much, just enough. And slowly bring your hips back down. Arms on the side, drop your knees to the side, make a pillow with your right hand, roll over to your right, press your left palm down on the mat and lift yourself back up to come into the sitting posture. Chanting 1 Om 3 Shantis. You can sit in a cross-legged position. Place your palm, take a nice deep breath here and join your palms to the heart center. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. Now extend your legs in front of you. We'll begin this session with caterpillar. Also in active yoga, we call it as Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So both of your legs together, palms on the side. You can simply stay here in the center, or you can start to walk your palms forward to take the head down. So we are kind of folding forward, and remember, we find the edge. So find the point which seems and feels nice and comfortable for you to hold into this posture for about 4 minutes. You can drop the head down, absolutely allowed to round your spine here. Now if you feel that you want a prop to support your head, you can have a pile of pillows or the blocks, or you may want to have bolster to support your head over. You can choose that variation. You can do this without the prop as well. And allow yourself to really settle down here. Remember, once we find the edge, once we find that point which feels good enough for us, wherein we are feeling nice sensation in the hamstrings, we are feeling some sensation in the hips, in the lower back, we know that we found the edge, and then surrender. And take your awareness to your breath. You can use Ujjayi breath as well throughout the session by contracting the throat muscles. It may sound like white noise, or when you try and fog the glass, the kind of noise that you make with your throat, exactly the same voice. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your head, and relax your mind. Let go and allow the gravity to work on your body. Your mind may ask you to push yourself a little more. You don't have to do that. You just surrender and allow your body to find the new edge on its own. When you stop getting sensation in your present edge, the present point that you chose for yourself, that's when you know your body have found the new edge. And when you allow it to go deeper, you can feel more sensations. Notice how your body naturally goes down, naturally goes deeper, naturally the sensations may go deeper as long as you allow that to happen and trust the process. And press your palms down, slowly coming out of your posture. So walk your palms back, pressing the floor away with your palms. As you walk your palms back, bring your torso back in the center. If you feel any discomfort in your neck after each pose, you can rotate your neck maybe clockwise and anti-clockwise once or twice. And we are going to move into the saddle pose from here. So you can bend your right knee and draw your right shin behind you. So the back of the foot is right inside your right hip. Now you may feel that it is too uncomfortable for you to sit in the center. In that case, you can put the cushion under your hips. Alternatively, you can just sit on the ground itself. Now over here you have two options. You can keep the one leg bent and draw your left foot closer to the sit bone and place your palms behind you and start to push the chest forward, arc your spine or forearms down, or maybe taking the back fully down on the ground. So this is good for anyone who feels absolutely discomfort with both knees bent. If you can, then maybe bending both of the knees, you can draw your left shin also back and placing your foot right next to your hips. So which means your hips are now resting between two of your feet and your feet are parallel to each other. You can maybe take your arms up or on the side, whatever feels more comfortable for you. This may feel very, very uncomfortable on your knees. Sometimes you can maybe then roll a towel or napkin, put it in between your knees. You may want to support your ankles with a cushion or a folded towel or napkin. So whichever variation you're choosing for yourself, remember that you're finding your edge, you're finding a comfortable point for yourself. Continue to watch your breath. Continue to send your breath to all the sensations in the body. And change the side if you're doing just one side. And maybe open your right leg, bend your knee, draw your heel closer to the right hip if you're doing one side. Otherwise, continue to relax here, surrender, and let go. And it is a slow practice, so your mind may not like it sometimes because mind is conditioned to do something all the time. It always wants to be very, very productive in terms of taking action. But if that happens, if your mind says that this is too much or this is too slow, maybe this is the time for you to also retrain your mind to be, to make it comfortable with taking rest or relaxing and with not doing anything and really being and just being and watching and witnessing everything that is happening. So you may face the resistance, so you may handle the resistance by connecting back with the breath and by witnessing through it. And slowly bring your palms down, catch hold of if you're lying down on the floor, catch hold of your heels, press your elbows down and take a push to lift your chest up, and then place your palms one by one behind you. Again, bring your torso back in the center for 10 breaths. Take your torso down into a forward fold. You can place your forearms down on the mat or maybe resting your forehead on the crossed arms as you fold over. Just countering the pose. Relax. Then place your palms back on the mat. Press your palms down, lift your hips up. Take your knees back. We are going to move into the puppy pose. So you can either support both of your knees with a cushion or a folded towel or the napkin because we are going to hold here for a bit longer. So make sure that your knees are well supported and cushioned. Continue to align your hips with your knees and start to walk your palms forward. Now over here you can also, when you're resting and sinking the chest down, you may want a support for your chest as well, and then you can slide a cushion or a bolster, whatever you have around you, under your chest. Let's stay here. You can either rest your chin or forehead on the mat, or you can keep changing. Once you feel that it gets uncomfortable, then change to the forehead, resting on the mat. And from here, lift your chest up, bring your chest forward. You can remove the cushions from under your knees, take your hips down. Now we're going to move into the seal pose. For this, you may feel that you may want to support your pelvis with a cushion, or again, you can keep a folded towel under your pelvis bone. Now from here, nicely widespread fingertips, fingers on the ground. Press your palms down and start to lift your elbows up. Once you find your edge, allow yourself to relax your shoulders and drop the head down. Really letting go, really surrendering the weight of the torso on the arms. You may feel the bottom of your palms is sending the floor away. The back of your foot is resting. And allow yourself to be here. Being with all the sensations, being with all the feelings, emotions, whatever comes up into your experience in this moment right now. Watch yourself breathing all the way down to your tailbone. And of course, you can change the position of your neck. If you get tired, if you feel that's too much, dropping the head down, you can come back in the center and then again take your head down, depending on whatever feels right for you in the moment. And more you're able to surrender, more you're able to let go, more you'll be able to relax, more your mind will be able to relax. Coming out of all the conflict and division in the head. Getting more and more aligned into our practice. And slowly bring your forearms down. And if you are lying down on the cushion, you can remove that. Stretch your arms into the T shape, resting your chin on the mat. Place your right palm right next to your chest, bend both of your knees and then drop them on your left as you flip your body over, opening your chest to the right. Now over here, you can simply stay here or taking your right arm also behind you, drop it behind you. opening your right shoulder to the right and feeling this opening in your left shoulder. If you want, you can also open your right knee up towards the ceiling. By this, you will be working on your groin as well. So if you, and of course, you can support your head with a cushion since we are going to hold a bit longer. So it's better if your head is supported by the cushion. Feel the little opening in your left shoulder here. Surrender and relax. Again, slowly come back in the center and let's change the side. Again, arms to the T shape. Left palm right next to your chest. Bend both of your knees, drop them. And then maybe opening your left knee up towards the ceiling. Left palm dropped back. And slowly coming back to the center. We'll be also exploring one more pose for our shoulders. So from the front, you can take your forearms on the mat first. Continue to lie down on your belly. Take your right arm and start to walk your right palm towards your left, taking your shoulder as inside as possible under your chest, and then cross your left arm over. So crossing both of your arms, your left arm is over the right one to begin with, and then walk your palms in the opposite direction as far as it is possible for you, and then maybe drop the head down. Now if you feel that your forehead is not reaching the ground, that's when, if you want, you can rest the forehead over a cushion, and then maybe, you can have pile of cushions, you can have pile of pillows, or block is also fine. So let us stay here for about 2 minutes. Your shoulder blades going away from each other. And really totally surrendering your body weight, your torso, the weight of your torso on your arms. And you can feel as if how your shoulder blades are getting stretched, going away from each other. And if you can't feel that, make sure that you're crossing your arms fully, like really extending them in the opposite direction as far as you can. And then let go, surrender. Few more seconds here. And then press your palms on the mat. Lift your chest up, and then again walk your palms back. Cross your arms over. This time again, like changing the side. This time right arm over goes your left arm. And again surrender. press your palms and then walk your palms back, coming back in the center. And we're going to now moving back into the lying down on the back. So you can either roll over. If you want, you can change the side if you want your head to be at the side. Let us move to a very soft variation of the bridge pose. Now, some of you may want to use the props in this one. So your feet will be hip distance apart, palms on the side. Without the prop, I'll show you. You can simply press your palms down. We have done a little bit of this in the beginning of the practice. And you can then lift your hips up. To surrender your body weight towards the shoulder and then just let your hips kind of like sink down, drop down towards the ground. A little bit of activity here in your quads to hold up. So that's the only muscle that we are kind of engaging. If you want, you can also slide cushions, maybe 2-3 cushions or bolster under your hips and just rest over the cushions or the bolster that you have. If you want, you can also extend your knees instead of keeping your knees bent. A slight push up towards your pelvis. So I'm going to hold it without the cushions, but if you want, use your prop and choose the variation that feels most right to you right now in this moment. Whenever you do this practice, each day will be very, very different. Some days you may want to do a same asana in different ways, like, sometimes with props, sometimes without props. Of course, without prop, this can be a bit challenging. But maybe you may want to try and explore, making sure that you're not pushing yourself too much and going really gentle with yourself. You can notice the heaviness or a little overall pain kind of sensation in your glutes, in your thighs, and breathing through them. Just notice them. You may face a lot of resistance here, sailing through your resistance by continuing to watch your breath. And slowly bring your hips down. Hug both of your shin. If you are using the bolster or the pillow under your hips, then slide them away, pressing the knees closer to your chest, towards the chest, and lower back pressing down. Now we are going to move into the twist. So you can either extend your arms into the T shape. There are two variations that you can choose from, or any other twist that you would like to take for yourself. Knees together. You can drop both of your knees to your right. Maybe place a cushion under your knees if your knees don't reach the ground. You may want to place a cushion instead of under the knees, between the knees. That's also fine. You may want to catch hold of your left thigh with your right palm and drop the head back in the opposite direction. Alternatively, you may want to cross your thighs over and then drop your drop your legs on one side. Again, if you want, support them with the cushion. So we're going to stay here for about 3 minutes each side. And surrender once you've found the edge. Once you found a point which feels comfortable for you to hold for that long, surrender, move into your stillness, and come back to your breath. Slowly come back to the center and let's change the side. If you have crossed your thighs over, then change. Bring the other thigh over the previous one and drop on the other side. You can slowly come back to the center and move into relaxation. Maybe extend your legs out, extend your knees, If you want, support your knees with a cushion or slide a bolster under your knees, arms on the side, away from your torso. Allow yourself to fully relax. Tuck your chin slightly in so that your neck is aligned with your spine. Relax your hair if you have to. Relax your clothes. And if you want, grab a bed sheet or something to cover yourself to really get cozy and relaxed. And notice how you are feeling in this moment. Notice whatever sensations you can feel in the body right now. Focus on them. And allow your body to really settle down on the mat as you try and fully relax here. Letting go of all the control. Letting loose of your body. A total surrender. In relaxation, there's total oneness within you. There's no division about anything. Everything is allowed in the present moment. A total allowing. There's total faith, there's total surrender in relaxation. So relax like that. And you can slowly start to bring your awareness to your toes and fingers to move them gently. Gently moving your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. Make whatever sound that you feel like making. Bend both of your knees, roll over to your right. And slowly coming up into your sitting posture. So we're going to conclude this practice. Before that, just take a moment to absorb. Join your palms to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om Tri Shantis. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. Thank you very much.